Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell. Nobody but Tree and Reika.
Hey YouTube, it's Reika, and Happy New Year. I know I haven't made a video to officially say Happy New Year, so Happy New Year. I've been really busy planning my wedding because it is in about 6 months and 20 days or so. So I've been planning that. But today I'm actually on here to discuss the topic of physical and sexual abuse and why people don't come forward when it happens to them, preferably young ladies or women. As a victim myself, a survivor of physical and sexual abuse as a child, people don't come forward because people don't believe them. It has been a little over 20 years since that has happened to me, and the one person the closest to me that I told did not believe me. That is very hard for 11, 12, 13-year-old to deal with at such a young age. Knowing these things have happened continuously, multiple times, and for the one person in the world to not believe you. It can change you as a person. It can mess you up mentally, especially at that young of an age. So a lot of times young girls don't come forward because people don't believe them. And a lot of times they may come forward and then change their story because people are threatening them, people are making them feel bad, just scared. And it sucks. It really sucks that the world doesn't believe young ladies. Their first excuse is always she was being fast, some little boy didn't do it right, now they're just blaming it on somebody else. Oh, she doesn't like this person, so she's lying. It's very sickening, and this world is very, very cruel when it comes to that topic. And again, I say that from personal experience. It's hurtful, but those things happening to me made me into the woman I am today. A lot of times young girls don't get out of that and make something great of themselves. Sometimes they are so mentally weak that they go on to be a prostitute. They go on to sell their bodies. They go on to think that they're useless and that they don't matter. And it's not okay. It's not okay at all. We as women, we as mothers, we as a human race need to be more open and understanding when a child is telling us that something is happening to them. You need to investigate. You need to listen. You need to look at the signs. And not everyone is lying. I know that there have been some people that have lied. There's been some grown women that have lied about those things because a man didn't want them anymore or didn't like them or whatever the case may be. But that does not mean that everyone is lying, especially as a child. A lot of times I get that I'm so extra, I'm not humble, I'm messy, I'm this, I'm that, I think I'm better than people, and a bunch of other things just based off of things I post or how blunt and straightforward I am. And usually that's coming from people that don't know me from a can of paint. Don't know me at all. Probably don't even know my whole name. Or my first name for that matter. A lot of things that I do in this world was determined from what happened to me as a child. I didn't want to become a statistic, which I could have been. I grew up in a household where there was physical abuse to the children and to the parent. And it can definitely form you. It can definitely form who you become. But it also can form you to become something that you know you don't want to be. For me, what happened to me as a child formed me to make sure that I'm nothing like that. I was told that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't smart, that I wasn't gonna be anything. Lots of things. And this came from someone who was supposed to be an additional parent in my life. But they harmed me. And I spent years planning on how I was going to be better than that person, how I was going to be someone, how I was not going to let this person win over my mind and who I became because of what they did, because they're sick. It's still people to this day who will say, oh, she was lying, she just got a whooping, and all these crazy things. Oh, he wasn't convicted of that, and this and that. I was a scared teen, preteen at that, and I told the truth. I said my truth, and that's all that I could do. There's people you grow up with that will be like, no, you lied, da 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 da, and it's like, dude, you can literally research and see all this for yourself. Stop thinking that your favorite person or whatever isn't capable of doing bad, harmful things, because anybody is capable of anything. You never really know a person. It doesn't matter how long you've been around them. We need to open up that avenue of letting women and children know that we are here to listen, that we believe them. Stop automatically thinking your child is lying. Sometimes mothers are so weak that they love a man so much that doesn't matter what their child is saying, and that's not okay. Because that can make that little girl grow up to be just like her mother, or it can make her grow up to be the complete opposite. I end up growing up to be the complete opposite, because I have a great aunt and I have a great grandmother who helped to raise me and turn me into the awesome extra woman that I am to this day. A lot of people wouldn't understand why my achievements and my accomplishments mean so much to me. Won't understand why I tend to show the world my excitement, my happiness. And that's because they don't know me. And that's what happens when people judge you based off of things that they read or things that they see. Some people should check themselves before they try to check someone else's business. I am very blunt. I am very open. I don't hold back. I don't let anyone disrespect me. If you treat me with disrespect, I'm gonna give you disrespect back. I'm not gonna respect anyone that doesn't respect me. It doesn't matter if they're an elder, someone around my age. It doesn't matter who you are. If you disrespect me, I will disrespect you back. If you give me respect, you will definitely get respect from me as well. I told myself that I was going to be an amazing adult, that I was going to love my kids, if I had any, the best way that I could possibly love them. That I was always going to put my kids first. It didn't matter what or who it was. And when I had my son at 20, which is going on 14 years ago, he was the #1 fella in my life, the #1 person in my life. And he still is the #1 person in my life, but he shares that spot now with his 1-year-old sister. But I make sure that my kids know I love them. I make sure that my kids know that they can talk to me about anything in the world. And that's what parents need to do. Some people would say, oh, I think I'm better than others. Oh, I think I got all this money, this and that, because I'm planning an extravagant wedding. But if you know me, I've always just been an extravagant person ever since high school. I mean, I was going to high school dressed in New York and Company like a business lady. And that's because my aunt, who helped raise me, was always classy, very business-like. She's actually a doctor now. She used to be a nurse. Well, she still is a nurse. But she's a doctor now. And she always dressed very classy, very casual, very nice. So that's just how I dressed when I was in high school, because that's who I lived with. And she dressed like that. And she took me shopping to get those clothes. And kids used to say, why you dressed like that? You look like, I thought she was a teacher. She thinks she this, she thinks she that. No, I don't think I'm anything. I know who I am, but I don't think I'm anything. Those are the things you think I am because of however you feel, or whatever is not going good or right in your life. Still to this day, adults say the same thing. There's people who don't like me because of my reaction to someone that they know. But you get treated how you treat me. I hate the saying of respect your elders, because that makes it seem like it's okay for elders to disrespect you, and it's not okay. Not at all. If you want respect, you have to give respect. Lots of times people don't like how blunt and how straightforward I am with them, because of who they are, or because of who they think they are. So that definitely plays a role in why people may think the things that they think about me. I personally don't care. I always tell people, get your own opinion about me. Stop being a follower, because lots of people are followers. Just because I get into it with this person, oh, now you don't like me either, but what does my situation with that person have to do with you? Nothing at all. Stop condoning people being wrong. Stop condoning wrong actions just because it's your brother, sister, aunt, mom, grandma, close friend, relative, or whoever. Stop doing that. That's not okay. You'll cause a lot of problems in your life following someone else. It just doesn't make sense. Stop thinking like, oh, I'm not gonna go against my family for any outsider. Like, it's ridiculous. If my family member is wrong, they're wrong. I'm not about to argue with them against nobody else and help team up against somebody else when I know they're in the wrong. No, doesn't make sense. Just, it's stupid. But I always told myself that I would make sure I graduate from college, which I did. I always told myself, make sure I take care of my son, which I always have. And I'm proud of myself for those things. Because like I said, I was told that I wasn't going to be anything. I wasn't going to be nothing. I wasn't smart enough. I mean, I used to get on punishment for getting a C. Kind of crazy, right? A C? But whatever. And I am happy to be the person that I am. I am happy to have made it out of the situations that I was giving as a child. So you will always see me excited about the things that I have overcome and that I have gained, because I have worked hard for it. I guess my main thing here is stop judging people. You don't know. You don't know what they've been through for you to judge them. Stop thinking that everything someone posts on Facebook makes you know who they are. Social media altogether, like, it's crazy how much people think they know of you because of social media. You can post a meme and someone will think you're talking about them. Whole time it was just funny. I'm like, what? It's just crazy how people will look at things that you say and apply it to them in their life. I don't even have nothing to do with them. You wasn't even thinking about them. Hell, you probably didn't even know them. There's people that don't like you that you don't even know. There's people who don't like me that I don't even know, and it's crazy. It's crazy. But again, I just like to tell all of you ladies out there and mothers, listen to your children. No man, no relationship is worth losing your child over. Because even as a child, you'll always yearn for your parent that didn't choose you. And it can be a hard thing to deal with. You can go to counseling, therapy for years, and you'll still yearn for that parent, as if like you did something wrong, even though they were the ones wrong because you were a child. It can be very detrimental to an adult, to a child as they become an adult, because you just don't know mentally where they're gonna go. You don't know if they're going to work hard to overcome that, or you don't know if they're just gonna let that situation take over them. Fortunately for me, I was able to overcome a lot of things and be stronger than what some women are. So stop judging people, and stop judging me. You don't know me. You know some things about me now, but stop taking everything so serious, so literal. I'm enjoying life. I'm planning a wedding, and for the most part it's fun, other than the fact that you gotta constantly remind adults to do certain things, which you shouldn't have to do, but it's life, I guess. But women, listen to your children. That's all I can say. Listen to your children. And if you're a young lady listening to this, don't hide it. If something is happening to you, tell someone, because there is someone who will believe you. There's more people who will believe you than those who won't. You have to say something, because if you don't say something about you, can you imagine what can be happening to someone else after you? Say something. Doesn't matter what anyone thinks. Know your truth, own your truth, and speak your truth. You ladies have a good day. Later.